Hello everybody, how's it going? Just give me a few seconds while I get myself set up here. But yeah, this is Liam99 TFC, and we're going to be taking a look at the bounty. Yeah, so the link's up straight away. Brilliant. I'm just going to post a link about before we get going, guys. So bear with me 2 seconds. Open up Facebook, and that'll be that. Yeah, I appreciate the bounty started 2 hours ago, but I could only really get going now, so due to work commitments and whatnot. Whoa. I need to change the name. 2 seconds, guys. Still got the MC plate and Howie testing up there. 1 second. Bear with me 2 seconds, guys. I appreciate your patience. Still sort of adjusting to YouTube streaming. Do you know what I mean? Like it's slightly different to what I'm used to. I'm used to using Twitch. I've only just started using the whole YouTube stream. Let's go back to this, because that was not a good name. Bounty Live, there we go. Should just maybe just keep the name generic, you know what I mean, like TFC Live all the time. That would be easier, wouldn't it? Anyway. Sorry for the delay. Right, I can't change the title, unfortunately, for the Facebook link. But I think, do you know what, I'm not even going to post it there because of that, because that's annoying. Seems we only have one watcher at the moment anyway. This is annoying. I thought I had everything pre-planned, and I did not. I'll just put a post-it. And hopefully it will correct itself in time. Sometimes the YouTube links, they take a while to change name if you change the name. Anyway. Back to bounty. So apologies for the wait there, guys. Anyway, I'm back. I'm here now. So let's take a look at this bounty. So for anyone that doesn't know, bounty is upon us. You know, same as the show title this week. What is it? Bounty season 8 now? Season 8? Season 9? God knows. Season 7? Yeah. Anyway, the first thing you want to do when you start bounty, if you are able to, is upgrade your outpost, because it gives you some great buffs for anyone that hasn't played it before. And then you have to do daily checkpoints, 2,000 points a day. 2,000 points per checkpoint, I think, for the first 5, and then there's a larger checkpoint after. I think that's correct, isn't it? But let's not bore you with too many details. I know Robin, for anyone that is new to bounty, Robin recently put out quite a good video for those that are completely new to bounty. So for anyone that wants to like discover bounty for the first time or get involved, then please go and check out Robin's video. For me, let's go and do the fun part. Let's go out and hit some bases. Now, I mainly will be hitting NPC bases because they're less hassle. I'm not ripping points off of players, and I probably will hit player bases later in the event. Hi, Northman, how's it going? I probably will go and smash some player bases towards the end, but initially, let's keep a low profile, you know? Let's keep a low profile and see how things go. Now, I'm hoping it's not going to be too laggy. It is a bit laggy currently, looking at the way the fleets are moving. Anyway, let's have a look. What levels we got? 107, 105, 108, and a 97. Well, let's hit the highest one first. See what it looks like. Hopefully we're not going to be too laggy, guys. We'll soon find out. I played like the first hour and a half on Facebook, and it was fine. It was fine. It was smooth. So I don't know, but what we'll do is we'll try Gamer Room initially and see how it goes, and take it from there, I guess. Look at that wonderful splash. See, it killed a dock from there. Ooh. This one shouldn't be too bad. I don't know. I don't know if it justifies a 108. This one's not too bad. Not the worst guard ever, but it should be fairly straightforward. I'm running 4 sloths. I've got extremely crazy splash going on here. I do love this fleet. Very cheap to repair and a very good fleet. Recently built this fleet. Well, I had the fleet for a long time, but changed it quite extensively recently because it smashed my base, and then I spoke about the fleet with the guy that used it, and it was pretty good. Pretty good. I mean, look at the splash there from just targeting that. The base is pretty much gone now. We'll get the rest of the base as well. But yeah, this fleet's pretty brutal, to be honest. And see those guards that have tons of health that don't die? This fleet kills them. See the fleet that, you know, when you see those guards and they just don't seem to take any damage from mortars. This fleet does get them, and there is a good reason for it. Hopefully we can find a couple of bases like that so I can show you. So that was an easy 390. A little bit of damage there. Let's have a look what we got. 37 minutes. Not bad. Now, mainly I probably will be sticking with that fleet most of the event because it's cheaper. It's my cheapest fleet to use, but let's try the MSC in this fleet. I actually think that my sloth fleet is more powerful than the MSC, and that's the truth. I generally believe it's a tougher ship, tougher fleet. Just because at the moment most bases are built to stop MSCs, and they're kind of pushed through the run through, so they've gone slow down, and it's really opened the window for sloths to come back in again. And with the right build, you can really hurt a lot of bases at the moment. Well, this one shouldn't be too bad by the looks of it. What we got? Vendetta. And only 2 guards. Maybe I'd expect to see some subs in here somewhere. Maybe he's hiding some subs. Maybe down this section here. That looks like a great place to shove a sub. We'll just continue walking through at the moment. See if we come across anything. Ah, there. I always do that. And obviously the great thing about the NPC bases is they don't bubble, you know. So you, even if like you do something wrong or you come across something you can't kill, you can just come out of it and, you know, put something else in. Or this is an old base for a level 107 or 105, whatever it was. I don't know if you guys noticed, but it's quite interesting. Kickstarter put, you can now see the ID number. Look, replica base ID. Now I don't know if that's associated with a player number, or whether they just give us a number that we can, like if we find a problem in a base, we can send that to Kickstarter and they can say, oh, okay, you know. Like, you know, the bases would say like FU kicks and stuff like that, you know, the spammy bases. Maybe they've gave us a way of like tracking that exact number, and then we can send it to them and they can pull it out and stuff. Do you know what I mean? I don't know if that's what it is. Should really work on maybe putting in some background music, so you guys, so we can just chill back and hit. Anyway, what we'll do now is shove them on auto, and we'll leave them on auto. How much time we've got? 3 minutes. Yeah, they'll have enough time. So we'll leave them on auto. We'll go into world map now, because there's a few buildings around the outside. It's not player ID. Okay. We'll leave them on auto, and we'll let the sloths have another jab. We'll repair them, even though we could have just went to base and done it for free. We'll repair, because we're lazy. Northman, are you in? Are you in our sector currently? I think you are. At least there's someone with a name the same as yours in my sector. Unless it's a popular name. Oh, this one should be okay. Yeah, this one shouldn't be a problem. See, look at that splash. I mean, that is just so crazy. Like, I targeted that and took out all of that. It's just madness. Hiya, Kim. How's it going? Yeah, I mean, that's a disappointing 105. I think that was a 105, wasn't it? That was quite a disappointing one. I prefer the challenge, do you know what I mean? I hope for the challenges. The challenge is better. You can't all be smash and grab. I would love to come across my own base. I don't know if Kickstarter have made that impossible, but I would love to come across my own base. I just think that'd be cool. And film it, like me versus me. It's pretty crazy. I'm not 100% sure off the top of my head, but obviously the sloths have that ability where they add additional splash depending on how many you have equipped in the fleet. Sorry, how many ships are in the fleet. So I think off the top of my head, it's well over 300 on just the hull, and then you start adding in the additional buffs from the other sloths. It probably goes well past 400, probably much closer to 500, which is crazy. I mean, what's 500? It's madness. Percent I'm talking though, not actual range. Yeah, going Kim, going good. Just giving these a bash and see what we can do. So that was an easy 350. I almost don't want to hit the 97, but I guess, we'll just hit it. Points is points there. And it'll take us to the next checkpoint, so we may as well. Easy res as well for those that are playing bounty. Very easy way to bag your res and get your walls finished. That's a great. I don't know. Is it me or it does send res to your base, doesn't it? Like if I'm on map and I'm just keep hitting, my base seems to slowly fill up with res, and I don't know if that's a glitch or intentional or if I'm just being an idiot. But like if I keep my fleet on the map at 500%. Oh, this looks familiar. Oh, I was going to say that was Ren's base then. Ren's got a very, very similar layout to this, but it isn't Ren's base because he's definitely got a much better guard than this. Now, before this gets, I don't know what's on that ship, so what I'm going to do is send my tank forward alone and see what's on that ship. Is that a Tide Seeker? It looks like a proto Tide Seeker, but I don't know. It's definitely got deflection. Because I've just seen its charge pool go down. It's definitely got charged because I've seen its charge pool go down. Oh, but look at this. Look, this is such an obvious flaw that many people still do, and I don't know why. Look at that hopes out there. I mean, I don't even need to go in the base. Do you know what I mean? I don't know why I accidentally moved that because I'm being silly. What is that? Yeah. Do you know what I just did there? I thought I was using my sloths. So I pulled my tank forward. Wow. See, if I was using my sloths, that'd be dead now. You came across your own, brilliant. I need to, I would love to come across my own base. I really would. I just think it would be so epic. Like, imagine filming yourself hitting yourself. You know what I mean? That would just be the best. But if my base came up, like, I'd want to try and hit it like the legitimate way, like the way that that we can in the game, like 25%, and then have to get it. And I wouldn't consider it a win if I died at like 50% and then just went back in and finished it off. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. But this one's fairly straightforward. Hopefully, by the time we get out of this, more have spawned on the map. But I'm pretty much just sticking to the base by my base because there's lots playing the game, and I don't want to be stealing everyone's targets. I definitely prefer sloths to this. Never thought I'd say that because I do like MSE. Do you know what I mean? But sloths, I don't know. There's just something so nice about that splash. Seeing those mortars just shred everything in this big wave of destruction. But yeah, easy enough. And obviously, don't get me wrong. You could go much slower. You could I could treat this base like a winning game. I could go really slow and take as minimal damage as possible. But for the purpose of the stream, we're not going to do that. We're just going to plow for as many as we can. Try and get nice versatility of bases. So many versatile. I'm saying the wrong bloody word, but anyway, it doesn't matter. You get the point. Oh, and they have respawned. Let's try and find a nice high one. Oh, we got a 115, a 104, and a 71. I'll probably use the MSC to autopilot the 71. That's what I was doing earlier. But let's try out this this 115. Pray for a good base. Pray for a good base. Yeah, I had to totally refit mine, Kim. So this wasn't like my original build. Does look good, this one. It looks okay. It looks okay. We'll go that far, right? So we're going to park them there, and then we're going to grab number 5. Oof, hope they don't hurt too much, and we're going to take number 5 in. We should be okay. How many has he got? He's got 5 of those mortars. They're 30 days each. That's some commitment right there. But he's in trouble because I think once I target the Vanquisher and grab the splash off that, he's gonna lose a lot of his middle island. At least he should, depending on the setup. So that's what we'll try. We'll aim for the Vanquisher, and then we'll bring the Sloths right to that sweet little spot there, which almost looks like it's intentional, doesn't it? To bait you in and then get hammered by that one. Where we go? See, look at that splash. I just love it. I just love it. Right, let's take him in. Get rid of that little beast there. And we're going to target him. And then we're going to move the sloths. All of them. So let's bring them in. This middle island's pretty well protected. I think he's got some X armor on. And I'm going to move this now because I'm taking a good bit of damage here from his whatchamacallums. So we'll move them up a little bit. Because we want them to be able to take the hope as well. Look at his hope though. He's definitely not got the right armor on that hope. No way. Should be all she wrote very soon. Right, let's go for the kill shot. And that's the beauty of this fleet. You just need one tank and the sloths do the work. See, it benefits me that ship's super tough. Because the fact that ship's still alive means that my mortars will just keep landing. And taking out the middle island. See, Splash took out this before... in fact, that ship will live longer than this base, to be honest. So I shouldn't need to move again here. It's got some great health on it, though. It's running 3 different damage defense types because that's why I am slowly wearing it down. So that wasn't the worst base. That was okay. That base. That was wasn't the worst one. Kim, what's your base name again, Kim? 2 secs. I think I know who you are, but I just thought I'd ask. Nice. Nice work, North. See, that is a sturdy old tank, huh? We got there, though. I thought it was, Kim. I didn't want to say it out loud. I thought it was. I'll send you. I can send you the tank. I'll send it to you in Alliance. All right. Okay. I think I've got everything, haven't I? Yeah, I have. Brilliant. What have we just hit there? We've hit the 8k mark there, so that wasn't too bad. Bit more to do. So is that the 71? Yeah, we'll just let the MSC autopilot that 71 because I can't see them getting into great shakes of difficulty on that one. We'll give these guys a repair and we'll try that. I think it was 100 and something, wasn't it? Let's have a look. 104. So we'll try at the 104. Let's give it a bash. Should be fairly straightforward for me, I think. At least I hope, you know, the bounty this time. Last time I didn't really have a base fleet together in the last bounty. I had bits, you know, I had 2 sloths, a bus, and 2 boulders, I think is what I was using. And man, that was hard work. Oh god, here we go. I had rages as well. I was hitting, see like the crappy freebie bases, I was using rages to hit them. Look at this base. Come on. What is going on here? This is actually going to hurt because they're running at my sloths. What I'll do is I'll come in from top left and then send a tank up front. Because as you know, sloths and armor, not good. Yeah, very weird base. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that one. That's level 104. Wish it was level 104s like that around me. I'd be all over them. Right. Oh, see that? See that little hidden gem? For his little mud gluts. Mud or missiles, sorry. Just going to leave him there till he surfaces. Till the rest of the ships are dead, do you know what I mean? Would have been better off with MSC in this base, to be honest. But anyway, we shall prevail. I think if we get all ships to target him, we'll be better. I'm just going to move him forward a little bit so his chain guns come in. Will help. And the second he surfaces, he's going down. What do they surface at normally? Is it 2 minutes? I think it's 2 minutes. There you go. He's surfaced and he died off splash straight away, which is brilliant. So now we'll just finish him off and then move in slow. Replica ID 6311111111. Interesting. Come on here. See how much health like sloths have. Sorry, onslaughts have. Like even if not built as a tank, they still take a hell of a beating. Yeah, definitely. This one has one new rocket on just to give it that range of 109, but I have one in my MSC fleet. I have one that has chain guns fully, and then one that has rockets fully. So I got a nice sort of variation of damage. They actually run throwers pretty well as well. if anyone's ever tried that. They can run throws decent. And, you know, radioactive, corrosive, or concussive is kind of 3 damage types that are in right now, if you know what I mean. Anyway, we got there in the end, you know, it wasn't easy. That base took longer to kill than what the normal ones do. Maybe that's the plan. Maybe he's tried to make a timeout base or something, you know. Yeah, chain guns is good on them, and it does make for a great guard with chain guns too. Yeah, chain guns runs very well on them. The only problem you've got is the range. I mean, chain guns is probably one of the most powerfulest weapons in the game right now, simply because of the fact that it does all damage types and the reload. So you're getting your 350 pass through across 6 damages. So you're getting 350 times 6 per shot, which is I think that's how it works. Yeah, that is how it works, and that's why they're more powerful. Whereas if you use rockets, you're getting 350 explosive pass through per shot. Because chain guns do all 6 damage types, you're getting 6 times that. So they're great for guards, and they're great for attacking fleets to kill guards. But the only issue on the onslaught is the range. It doesn't have that built-in inherent range boost. So I think you can only get them up to like 90 or 80 or something. So they do have quite small range, but if you can live with that, and to be honest, they can live with that quite well, then it doesn't matter. We may have to jump over to another base now. Because there's nothing by me. Try and find a quiet one where like lots of people aren't hanging about. Or I could just like go to base and then come to map, and it would probably... There you go, that looks quite quiet. We'll come up here. Hopefully got some good leveled ones up here. Two 104s, a 93 and a 92. So let's have a look. We'll have a look at the 104s first, shall we? Yeah, it does. It does work. Chain guns work very well on them, I must say. Definitely worth a try anyway. That's for sure. My tank that's in my sloth fleet has 1 rocket for the range and then just all chain guns. So I think I already said that, didn't I? Anyway, I'm almost sure we've hit this base before. Either that or this is the most popular like base layout in the game currently. What are they doing? Right, let's just retreat there, I think. Be safer, wouldn't it? Mind you, it'd be funny if we hit that and splash that. Let's see what happens there. Yeah. Nice. We'll just go for it as is. Save timer. I'm sure we've hit this base before, though. I'm sure of it. What is going on there? Well, it's stunned. Yeah, Ren has this base. Ren from TFC. Not this exact base, but he has a base with a very similar entrance to this. I know he has different turrets to this. So we'll just send him up there, and then in a minute we'll get ready when he gets in position to bring the sloths into this section. We don't want them there too long, because these scents can hit them, I think. As can the Moors, but if he's close enough, they shouldn't target the sloths. Mind you, the onslaught could probably take the island slowly but surely. Yeah, I have to give credit to Mod 41, I believe is the base name. He came and smashed me with probably a slightly better version of this fleet. I don't know. I think I've got the sloths the same, but the tank maybe is a little bit different. But he came and smashed me last week when I was in the alpha, and it was the first person to break my base in a good sort of 10 days, and he didn't just break it, he humiliated it with this build. So it was a cracking hit. Made me completely redesign, rethink, change most of my attack modules, armors, and put a new guard in. Like, that's how bad it was. But I managed to kind of suss out the build. I've lost sloths, have I? I have lost sloths. You buggers. So yeah, I managed to kind of figure out the build, which was great. So I've got the build now, and I've ended up with an improved base. So I'm glad about that. But yeah, he is the inventor of this fleet. This is not a build that I can lay claim for. I just figured it out and built it. But it's a cracking build. Yeah, definitely. That's what I enjoy, Kim, as well. I had about being hit. Like, certainly over the last month, almost every single hit I've put a change in, or there was a weakness in my 500 points from that, and that base was terrible. It didn't even have a guard in. That's crazy. Sorry, excuse me. Yeah. When someone hits your base, you get to see a weakness, whether you've got a guard ship in the wrong position and it can be sniped, or whether you've sat a guard in a slightly stupid area where they can splash out most of your base when they target it. Just little things like that you don't always know until you're hit. And it is great to just... I actually quite enjoy being hit, I do get hit and I do get broke, I do get beat, so... But it's all part of the game. I'm interested to see how the new bounty hole is going to affect is going to affect this. Yeah, I've got a different base design, Northman, and for anyone that watched my last stream last week where we were testing Howies and MC plates and all that, I've got a different design now and a different guard. Not like a complete coin refit change, do you know what I mean? But I have got changes in there that people will spot from last stream. I'll show you in a minute. Next to my, go base. But look at that splash, jeez, oh. Still amazes me every time. See, this is a level 104. No way is this a 104, do you know what I mean? Like, no way. Come on. Not a chance. Yeah, it is the small things, yeah. Normally when someone rolls, like if you work on your base a lot and then someone gets in, figuring out how they got in sometimes is really, really, really small, simple change. And I've often done this and been a victim to this, of actually making massive changes and completely altering the way in which your base works. And sometimes, you know, you don't need to do that. You just need to do a very little simple fix. You know, you've got the wrong modules in the wrong place, or, you know, and there's normally something small you can do just to tweak it up and get it right. So subtle changes are always best, because if it makes it worse, you can easily track back. Whereas if you go in and do a massive sweep of changes, it's very hard to go back and costly. $3.90 for that one. Do you know what I mean? That's just, I almost feel guilty about that. I'm just going to go into base in a sec. I won't go into too much detail, especially with you Northmen. You might be coming knocking on my door later. But I'll just load base. You can see the change. It wasn't actually a great deal. It wasn't too difficult to alter the layout, in all fairness. So before, I don't know if anyone remembers, right? But before, this section here would run straight up, right? And that gate was up there somewhere, and all my guard were kind of clustered in this area. Now, when the fleet that I'm using came and hit me, the guy, Mod 41, he just sat here, and he was able to target, what was the first ship? I think it would have been the Hope. He was able to basically park there, and the only ship that could get in range of him was the Hope, because boulders range at 100, right? So he was able to park there, target the Hope, only have the Hope firing on him, and have the free sloths in the bus out here somewhere, which basically just completely pummeled it. And, you know, it splashed at most of my middle island before he even killed the Hope. Do you know what I mean? Like, my base was gone. So I've changed a lot. I've widened it. I've dropped this section here down a few land tiles. You've got the guard sitting in there now. The gate's slightly different. You know, there's 3 elite countermeasures there. You know, the Omni sits behind covering that. There's explosive overlay on everything, and X panels on everything, and even this gate. Like, this gate used to sit here, and you could target that gate, and the splash would be so severe that it would take all these walls down here and pluck off these, which would then make all this weaker. So that had to be changed too. A lot of changes went in, and there were some changes to the guard as well. I had some issues on the guard where I was running some armors that were actually making my ships weaker by raising their pass-through damage. And there's been a whole mixture of changes I put into there. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm sure it'll be smashed very soon, but hopefully it won't be a complete free meal like that fleet made of it. Because I don't even think that fleet took. Oh, we got a 117 there. We definitely have to have a look at that. I don't even think that fleet took like 25% damage in my base. It was embarrassing. Yeah, it was. But sometimes you need a good fraction like that. Gets you focused, you know. Right, let's repair this, just in case this base is truly painful. But this will be the highest level one I've hit tonight, so hopefully it'll be good. I wonder how many points you'll get from that. Well, I'm almost going to hit that 10k checkpoint as well, Northman. I don't know if you're hitting while watching. Probably got a bit of catching up on you to do yet. Let's have a look. No, there isn't actually. No, on the Omni, it's not just that. No. Right, 117. Let's see what you are made of. How many mortars? That's all I care about in my sloth. So I look at it and say, how many mortars? He has not got any of those new mortars. That's the old mortars, isn't it? 2. So this base should... This fleet's like... There couldn't be a better base for this fleet. Do you know what I mean? This is the perfect base for this fleet. Well, it's It's not a very good base, in all fairness. I don't know how it's a 117 because there's no... The only guard worth much there is that Hope, to be fair. No, I'm not slating everyone's base, don't get me wrong. Like, I don't. If someone's watching this and it's their base, I don't want you to get upset by that. But for a 117, you'd expect to see, you know, everything. I mean, they're also unarmored by the looks of it because Splash just took out your whole guard. Pretty much. Anyway, let's rock. Let's bring these beasts in. They're coming in the channel. Been promoted. Been promoted. We're actually going to bring them here because they've been promoted further. Oh, sugar. For being the stars that they are. Do you know, I just wish that, like, the normal sloths had the same range as the bus, and I know that's probably silly, but it annoys me that they have less range because then, like, you always have to, you can't really exploit the bus's range because you always have to move closer for the other sloths, so it's irrelevant what the bus is, the extra range on the bus is kind of irrelevant because you have to bring the other ships in. Anyway, that was just really disappointing for that level, wasn't it? To be honest. We're just going to press S now to let them all autopilot, you know. I love just tapping that S. It just makes me feel great that I don't have to do anything, you know. And while they're autopiloting and finishing it off, we'll go to map. Actually, should we stay in and see how many points we get for that? I don't know how Kickside work the point system. Like, now, you can say level, but a minute ago we hit a 104 and got like 500 points and it was a terrible base. So it's not level. And you could say it's tech, like it could be to do with like what kind of tech that player has. Does he have this? Does he have that? But we hit some, like that basic gave 500 points, had nothing. Had absolutely nothing, so it's definitely not tech either. So I don't know how they calculate it. Or is the points randomized? I don't know. Maybe it's based on how much tech is owned. Like blueprints and stuff. $350 to 500, yeah. But what dictates the 500? What dictates the top? You know? I don't think that was a 500. We'll soon see. 350 on that one. Right, where are we now on the bounty then? So we've hit the 10k, which is the 5 2k checkpoints. So, is that right? Or am I talking nonsense? How many checkpoints is there a day? So I've got 8,000 secured. Oh, sorry, that's it. So there's 4 2,000 checkpoints and then 1 10,000 checkpoint, correct? So there's a total of 18,000. Well, we can soon fly through that and find out. I wonder if there's another checkpoint. I doubt it. There's a 106 there. Let's go and have a look at that. See, the thing is, like, sometimes you can go into like a level 90 base and it's harder than a level 110. You know, which is the same as it's just exactly the same as the game, I guess. It's the same kind of variety as the game. Sometimes you can find like there's a level 90 that shouldn't be a level 90, should be a level 70, and then sometimes you can go and hit a level 110. You know, and they should be a level 60. And sometimes you go and hit a level 80 and they're like, whoa, that base is amazing. See, look, this base looks alright. 2 hopes and an onslaught. This ain't going to be no fairy tale in New York. Fairy tale picnic, whatever the saying is that I just messed up. We are going to bring these little dudes here, because I feel like this is where they're going to enjoy themselves the most. But we are going to have at least one mortar on us. So what we'll do, should we space them out? Maybe space them out to avoid all of them dying. Oh, hang on a minute. That's a good spot, isn't it? Oh, he's going to regret that one. See, now Splash is just, again, Splash is my best pal there. He's got a patrol range on the onslaught. You know, I don't know if the player himself has a patrol range on the onslaught, or if Kicks have set that. But either way, that patrol range on that onslaught is cost him his base. You know, for anyone looking, you can see that's allowing me now to just splash away all this now. So I have a lot less to worry about, and I don't have to plan a great deal now, which is fantastic. He gave me his base like for free, basically, by putting a patrol range on it. I'm going to move now, I think. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stack. Now I don't need to worry about mortars because they're all gone. So I'm going to stack them there, and I'm going to bring 5 around. Not too fussed about his onslaught. See, his outpost is gone, you know. I mean, it's just, you almost feel cruel with that fleet, you know, but not quite. I'm going to bring these guys round to here. I just think they'll have more fun there. And I'm going to just leave him there a minute. Let some of this mortar rain down. So now all of his turrets are gone. At least all his island turrets are gone. And you can see, remember I was talking earlier about the hopes that are very powerful. That's one of them there. That's that hope that has like the very, very high health. I'm going to bring him into chain gun range. Now see, in the sort of splash scenarios, hopes like that are good pals. Because the longer they live, the more your mortars are. And see, Splash just took out what was left, really. So that was the end of that one. But that was a good base, I think. You know, it had an onslaught, 2 hopes. It wasn't the worst, you know. Yeah. Sorry, Cuttlefish. What were you saying, buddy? So Kicks. Do Kicks allow do Kicks just allow the guard to move then? Like, do they change the way the guard operates, or is it left the same as what it was? I'm not sure what you meant. Cuttlefish there. Yeah, that was one of the better ones actually. That's probably, I don't know if I want to say that's the best base I've hit tonight. I think I hit a 129 earlier, which was pretty decent. But I'm definitely having a cheaper, more fun and more relaxed time with the sloths than I am with the free MSC2 onslaught build. Because don't get me wrong, they're fun, but they have to just drive through, and you kind of stack and just click the back of the base, which is kind of boring. At least with this, you actually just do something, even if it is just moving the sloths around the outside. But, you know, also, if this Warden, the new hull, if it does what it says on the tin, then this fleet may suddenly slide off the shelf a little bit, you know? I mean, if they are really, really good at countermeasuring, then maybe sloths aren't going to be all that good anymore. And it'll be MSC time again. That's why I really want to get some tactical focuses this raid. That's the plan. What we got here? Level 79. They can just autopilot that. if I get there. I'll just let them autopilot. MSCs are actually like if you are, because I am controlling the sloths and stuff, and it's kind of useful to just shove the MSCs to attack like anything below 80, because it's just 3 points while you're hitting our stuff. Do you know what I mean? Level 76. We can do better than 76. Ah, okay, cuttlefish. Okay, all right, I got you. So defenders don't move because of their speed, obviously, but all the conquerors charge at you. Right, I'm with you. I'm with you. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, and I feel a bit daft now. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, because I thought that, because you sometimes you'll hit a base and you think, why is that? Why are they running at me? That's just making their base worse. But I should have thought. I should have thought, and that probably come out in last bounty as well. And I'm just slow on the intake. If you let me repair, that would be fine. Oh, it's 100% off. That's even worse. It's 100% off, and I'm trying to click to repair it. Right. Ooh, a level 120. This one should be good. We can give it a try. Do you know what I mean? We can give it a go. See what happens. Now, I am aiming to stop the stream at 9 PM my time zone for anyone in the UK, but for anyone that isn't in the UK, that's in 5 minutes' time. The reason for that is I work till about 10 minutes before the show, and I need to eat dinner and wash. Pretend I'm a human being for a little while. This one looks okay, doesn't it? This one could be interesting. What I might do is come in on the right side before I take a lot of beatings from those mortars before I even get near it. Or I can try and distract them. Let's try and distract them. See, I should have attacked from the right side there, but hopefully it's not going to cost me the match, so to speak. And we'll just bring him in a little bit now, and we'll stop him there, and then we'll move the sloths down. Yeah, I see what you mean. So, and I think, do you know, it would have been nice if they didn't do what you're saying they do, because I think that would have been nice to actually get in on the action on these bases and hit them proper. Do you know what I mean? See if that's an onslaught. I might just drive. I might just take a drive anyway. See if I can hit that one there. That would be good. See if I can beach and hit him. A lot of lag just now. Oh, yes. Perfect. Now again, that's obviously because, see, I could lose that onslaught there, by the way. It's looking more and more like it. Need to get rid of these. Now that's helped a great deal. But that onslaught is looking rough. Right, let's move before you die. Right, you come there, and you guys are going to come here. If they'll move. so low on health on that onslaught. It is scary. But I think we should be alright. It's going to be close, this one. That was a close one. Could still kill the... Is there an OP gun? Yeah, the OP gun could still kill me. Yeah, so that was close. And I mean, I think if that was in the real game, you know, sure, of course I would have maybe approached it a little bit differently. Maybe I would have prepped 25%, you know, and the guard wouldn't have moved. So it would have been a different hit. But then again, if his guard had all stayed in positions, then maybe the splash would have benefited me more. You know, it's hard to say. But that was a good base. They better give me some good points, that one. I want 500 for that. Do you know what I mean? God, we got a minute. 390? You suck. You suck. Not bad damage though. Nice and cheap. Well, listen, guys. I think that for me is pretty much it. You know, I don't know. I mean, obviously we're 9 seasons into Bounty now. Everyone knows what Bounty is about. You know, I think if for anyone new to Bounty that's a little bit unsure about it, check out Rue's guide. There's a guide made by Rue on the page. So for like a beginner's guide as well. So definitely worth checking out. But yeah, I mean, get out there and have some fun. There's lots to do. You know, even if you want to run older basers, if you haven't PvP'd in a while, then yeah, I mean, you can hit some of the lower end bases. You know, hit some of the lower end NPC targets and definitely get some points. I mean, even if you just bag that 2,000 point check mark, you know, just get yourself some points and grab something. But yeah, I mean, that's an hour of me cracking at some of these NPCs. And maybe when we get to Sunday, because Sunday, I'm probably going to play it cool and hit NPCs till Sunday. And then Sunday, when we have those big checkpoints, and I see players on the map that have got like 25,000 bounty, that's when I'm going in for the kill. That's when I'm going out there. So maybe I'll do a stream on Sunday, and it will be actually live player bases as opposed to NPC bases. But I appreciate everyone that came out and watched the stream tonight. And apologies for, I know on the TFC page the name still says MC Plate Testing, but that's just a typo error on YouTube. And we will see you on the next stream. Don't forget there's TFC open mic tomorrow, so for anyone that wants to check out the open mic, do come on and have your say. And good luck in Bounty. Take care everyone and good night. And I will click the end stream.